Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Walker Farms. The sun set in the distance. How nice. Nice and pretty. You guys having a wonderful day? I hope you are. Our day is going along pretty good over here. It's November. We got all of our farm work done. All of our bales are put up. Yeah, we don't have much going on right now. Except for the fact that, as you saw from the thumbnail, there's something going on over there in the distance. So yeah, let's go check that out. I did a quick flyover of the farm just to see what all was going on. You know, it's been a hot second since we've been in here. Suppose better take one of the tractors over too. Might want to get some diesel in it. But yeah, we got winters coming up. I should probably grab the snowplow as well. Yeah, I've got, other tractors over here I can do that with. So, because I know we got snow in the forecast. So yep, we all of our planting is done. Our grass is fertilized. Our fields have a spray of herbicide put down on them. So yeah, we're ready to batten down the hatches for winter. I still need to figure out what to do with this farm here. I'm not exactly sure yet. And I put a little, yeah, I did a couple of little modifications before coming into tonight's episode of the stream. Like right back there, I did a little bit of approach work. Give us a clear path to get in and out of that field. Like I said, we got the wheat fields sprayed for weeds. And I was quite busy over here. I totally forgot about all the lumber we had. We'll bypass that guy. We'll stop at this one first. You know, we had this thing pretty much full at 200, I think it was around 245,000 liters of wood. You know, we went through a third of that. And, you know, that pile is, mixed in on the trailer and on the stacks here. But this sawmill, as you can see, it's material missing. If we go into the menu for this, we had this one, if I remember correctly, it was full. And as you can see, it's cleared out. And we don't have any wood in it, which means, yeah, I got it all stacked nice and neat, and I'm surprised that the wood beams are still standing. But yeah, we're gonna come over here. We're gonna fill this thing back up. We're gonna cut down all these short trees over here. We're going to leave the truck and trailer hooked up. When was the best time? I was taking a look at this in the map earlier. Okay, so we got planks long and planks. So we can wait until June. Right now we're on the downhill slide of the pricing. So we're just going to load this thing up. And, you know, that's the reason why I brought the tractor over. I know the individual that, and this is just a little caveat if they're listening. I don't know if it's my computer or what the deal is, but you know, as we can see, it's got it can hold 100,000 planks, 70,000 of long planks, and then 45,000 of wood beams. Normally, it's like, you know, 5,000 or 10,000 with a 15,000 liter capacity for wood. So increasing all that is great. But like I said, I don't know if it's my computer or what the deal is. But the it took me like a half an hour the other day to get all of the material out so I can get it all stacked up. And that was just, you know, the planks would drop down, I would clear them out, wait about 30 seconds. The long planks would drop out, I would clear those out, rinse and repeat through every single one of them. If we could speed up the time on this this sawmill mod, that would be great. This one over here, when it was dropping the wood, and this is the industrial sawmill, as you can see. When it was putting the wood out, the wood just, you clear it out 5-10 seconds later, and the wood's appearing, and it appears fast. But this one here, it's like, it'd be nice if the spawn point was instead of, you know, 15, 20, 30 seconds or whatever it was, if it would, you know, a couple of seconds. I think it was, you know, like maybe 5 or 10 seconds, but yeah, it took a long time to get that cleared out. And I wish the spawn point was bigger. Like double the size or quadruple the size, you know, come out to right here. Where my character's at, you know. Make it that big. That would be amazing. I don't know if that can be done on these mods. I'm gonna compare this to Walker Farms. The sawmill on that map, it was modified a little bit to where instead of having to drag the oh, we'll just show you. We'll just go up there and show you. The sawmill, it's right there. Let's go ahead and visit it. So like this one, if we were to bring lumber up here, we would have to drive the beams into this location where I'm standing, come over here, and then hit sell, you know. I don't mind coming over to the trigger and hitting sell, but it's the having to drive the beams or the wood pieces into this section here. On the Welker map, they changed it to where it's outside of the canopy. Well, hello there, Mr. Truck. Good to see you. So yeah, I don't know if the same thing can be done on that little sawmill where it can be enlarged. I'm sure it could be. You know, just a little thing. That would greatly help emptying that thing out when it gets full. Yeah, we're gonna come over here. We're gonna I'm just going to park our tractor right here. We're going to drop some lumber on it, all over. And we're going to get that little sawmill filled back up again. When did I did that sawmill? That was in September. Ooh, I can get another tree. Nice. I was going to say, how many more trees can I get? Okay, and we can only hold 4 at a time. And I'm just going to take this and kind of move it up here. And we'll drop that back down. Come over and grab our winch line. And it's oh, too heavy. Oh, ha ha. Har har. I mean, I do have all 4. I guess that works. Well, I did have all 4. And we're just gonna do that. I may just get rid of this tree here too. I know I can use super strength. I may just resort to doing that. Because whoever stacked all that lumber there did not do a very good job at stacking. Yeah, I'm just going to bring it over by hand. Well, apparently I can't do that right now. But we are going to come over here and drop this tree. I wanted to keep it up, but it's just going to get in the way. There we go. All the little pieces of wood matter. Are these all going to be double trees? Yep. Yeah, I don't want to get rid of all the trees. I'm just getting rid of the bad ones. Yep, these are all going to be double trees. Alright, let's go ahead and get a lot of these pushed down. Okay, just... oh, there's one more there. And we probably have enough here for filling up that sawmill. Okay, and just make sure nothing else is over here. Yeah, when I placed the sawmill, I didn't exactly know how I wanted it facing. I thought this was going to be the best way, but apparently not. So we're going to spend the winter month keeping this thing full. And we also have to make sure our cattle are fed as well. And then what we can't fit in the sawmill, we're just going to go ahead and we'll just stack them right in front of it. And then when it runs out of wood, it'll reload itself. And I need to bring my my pickup with the box on it so that I can pick up all these little pieces of wood in one shot instead of dragging them all over individually. Let's turn this sideways. Do a little pusher action. And just make sure there's nothing else up here. I do have one more tree there, but like I said, I'm gonna just want to make sure that we got this thing full, because I think all of this lumber is going to make it full. I don't know if anybody ever watched the movie Commando, but the opening sequence where John is in the forest doing some logging, getting a piece of wood for his fireplace, and he carries a tree that's, I swear, is like that size off the mountainside. Good action 1980s movie. So if you ever get a chance to watch it, I would highly recommend it. I'm not gonna spoil it, but you know, it is an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. I mean, if you like Arnold Schwarzenegger, then great. If you don't like Arnold, then you don't like Arnold, you know? Yeah, we're at 103,000. All right. So we can grab a couple more pieces of lumber. 107. Okay. Because it looks like that's we'll take this one down. It's got a little barber split up there. We'll drop this one. Oh, that one's got a little barber split too. So yeah, this yeah, it says it's a ravaged tree, but the other piece of it's not ravaged. It's a Scotch pine. Scotch pines are good. They just don't give as much lumber as a lodgepole. Those of you that do the logging stuff. And I can't see where I'm going. Okay, that's 2. And then the other 2 are right here. So I'm sure that one's going to be ravaged as well. Yeah, it says it's a ravaged tree. We'll take it down, I guess. Boonk. There we go. Okay, so this one's at 108. Okay. Let's not destroy our stacks of lumber over there. You know, I spent a long time trying to get them all stacked up nice and neat. All right. Okay, we're at 128. We can grab one more tree. Let's grab this one right here. Let's take a look at this one. That's a Manchurian pine. Okay. Okay, we got this guy right here. Oops. Okay. This thing's got to be... Okay, we're right there. Alright. I'm happy with that. Yeah, we got all these little pieces of wood over here. They'll stay until springtime. They're not gonna fall apart on us. Just making sure everything, all the lumber's off of our... This field up here, looking good. I don't see any more pieces other than, you know, the standings over there. So yeah, we'll come back up here in a month or two when, you know, kind of the snow's gone, I guess. And we'll take care of moving that lumber again. And I did write notes on where the highest prices were at this current time. You know, that's all subject to change without reason. And if we ever bought this property off to the right here, we could take care of those trees, but I'm not too worried about that. I'm just trying to clear up the properties that we got, and maybe we'll buy a planter as well and plant some new trees. You know, get a proper windbreak along this fence line here again. I don't think that'd be a bad idea. No, we brought the winch along with us. That's fine. I am going to get the snowplow hooked up. We'll get it hooked up to the front. That way I can drive forward instead of in reverse. And we're going to drop this weight down right here. And I want to make sure I hook it up to the back. I may have to take the duals off for the upcoming snow removal. Because I know we're going to have to remove some snow. I wish the snowplow was bigger. So yeah, we'll take the duals off. We'll put wide tires with weights on it. Okay, let's go ahead and customize this. Let's take the twin wheels off. So yeah, we'll just put the wheel weights on it. So apparently this tractor has never had the wheel weights on it, which is fine. We're just going to leave that right there for now. Actually, let's yeah, I'm not too... Oh, I should probably rent it by my farm. Let's go ahead and get let's take this up to the oh, let's be smart about this. Let's put this over by the shed. Since we're done plowing our fields right now, I don't want to pay any more rental cost on it. We're just gonna get rid of it. We are gonna keep the stones that are in there, or not keep them, we're gonna sell them. But we'll take the back route up. Then we'll reset the tractor, reset ourselves, and put a couple more things back into the shop before winter time. Like I said, we'll keep our truck out. It's not gonna hurt nothing. We lost a little bit of money there. I wonder what that was from. I mean, it could have been the rental fee on this. Hard to say. When we get up here, I think this is the only thing that we have rented. So we got $2,000 out of those stones. Let's go ahead and return that. Yep, okay. And then the vehicles, yeah, we don't have anything else leasing, so it might have been just driving that over caused us to incur the leasing cost. Let's go ahead and reset our tractor. Like I said, I know we're going to need this, so I'm going to keep this parked relatively close. And I think we can put the auger wagon, yep, right up against the wall. Okay, we'll get the Magnum put in. Okay. Okay, all that'll stay out. These will stay out. That'll stay out. Go ahead and shut the Quonset up. We'll keep all that out, sure. There we go. All right. Yeah, those will stay out. I do have plans for my headers. We're going to do something here in the springtime. We're going to rearrange this farm a little bit as well, since we got rid of the cattle over here. I like this barn. We may keep it, or the shed. It's not a barn. It's a shed. But we need a maintenance shop, and I think right up in here is going to be a good spot for that maintenance shop. We also need a shop over at the other facility for our equipment. And I want to get something as well for holding our semis. So yeah, we're gonna see how much snow accumulated. Oh, still nice and sunny. That's kind of surprising. So let's go feed the cattle. I thought the forecast said December was going to be snowy. Patrick Mills, what's up? All right, how much food do we got in here? Oh, that I need to sell that sheep barn. Okay, we're doing good on food, doing good on straw, but we'll fill up the food, and we'll just kind of let this cycle through the rest of the months. We only got the one barn for right now. Excuse me. I'm trying to get money accumulated. Excuse me again. Gosh. Let's check our ethanol plant. We may... Okay, they are out of soybeans, so let's grab the semi. And we've been selling the... We're going to set these to storing. The gluten stuff, we're gonna try something a little different here coming up. So I'm gonna grab the semi. We're gonna start moving some of our grains over. But yeah, I want to fill this area up over here to where we have 3 cattle barns down here and 2 more up top where the grass field is. With the eventual usage of having 200 animals per, and I think I need to make sure the mod's added on, but there's a mod for moving livestock between animal husbandries, which will be good for when it comes to calving season. We can just come over and automatically move all the calves over to a new barn. So I kind of want to get that set up and running. My latest episode of Alma, Missouri that came out, I had that exact mod used for one of my sheep barns, and it worked beautiful. I was able to, I mean, it took a little bit of time because you have to click on each animal if it's, you know, they're all different ages and stuff like that. Yep, we're going to have a cattle empire here. Okay, let's grab the soybeans. Yeah, and I thought about that too, but I'd rather just go up to the husbandry that the animals are in, and then you click an option for move, and then it moves all of the animals, and you can set a fee for it, you know, and a distance, you know. The only issue with the using that mod is that they have to be used on the same husbandry. So we have to make sure we use all the same cattle barns. Look left, look right, look left again, because that direction they tend to... Okay, that was a jackknife. Oh, and I got to put my, or do I have that down? I need the sell point for the diesel put back down on the farm. And ethanol. Oh. You know, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. We're going over to the, I get to show off something new. You haven't even seen this over here yet. I built an approach right there so we can get into our barn. And I built an approach right here so that we can get into the animal dealer for selling our silage and TMR. And then coming up, I built an approach coming into the ethanol plant. And that, oh my gosh, that's so smooth. I like it. Yeah, I spent a little bit of time in here the other day making sure that we can, and there we go. Yep. I mean, that's the things that, you know, a lot of people do off stream, you know. It took me like a half an hour to build all these approaches, and do people really want to watch that, you know? I mean, maybe, possibly. But it's just one of those little things that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I added the mod finally, and for terraform, landscape, or whatever it's called anywhere. That one I'm excited to try. I'm trying to keep the farm aesthetic as true to possible, you know. And growing up in the country, you know, and seeing the different approaches and the fields and stuff, you know, I think I have a firm grasp on, you know, how things would work out. And because you know, the animal dealer didn't have a proper approach coming into the building, you know, I think that spot was pretty good where I put it. Same with the ethanol plant. Otherwise, you had to travel much further down the path to get up there. I mean, my little driving setup there wasn't, you know, ideal, but okay. More soybeans. And I wanted to look at something. Oh, wrong button, as always. Okay, there's nothing for sale here. That one's 51,800 for the triple bottom. This one's 43.6. That one's 59. That one's 75. And then we can go with these superior end dumps here. This 48 footer. I mean, yeah. That one's 75.6. I think they were the same one. 75.6, yeah. 48 and 40.8, and that one's 43. So if I do anything, I'd like to get the Distinction Super Bs. That one's 138.5. And for some reason, unless there's something different with these, which there isn't, other than we can change the color. You know, let's go ahead and put a blue on there. It doesn't cost anything to change the color, but yet it's like, you know, $30,000 more. Or, you know, $28,000 more. And we can still change the color on all these as well. And this Super B has the nice little logo design on it. And it's base game. It's 80,800 liters. Why this one is different, and it's 75,600. So I don't know why this mod, because it's a Load King Distinction Super B mod. It's less literage than this one here, and yeah, I don't know what the difference is. Yeah, I didn't think about putting an approach into this field right here, but we have, you know, access up here in the flat at the top of the hill, and then coming in from the main road farm area. So I think we got plenty of approaches coming in. And I did put a new approach in down there for the butcher shop. So yeah, the only way in and out of the grain elevator was the last approach back there. Otherwise, you had to go all the way down there to where you would go for the pig food plant. I just didn't like that setup. It used to be impossible to even get in there until the map up. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And that was when Matsy came over, and instead of having this ramp here, you know, he put a dirt strip on top. Which, I mean, he did a really good job, and I think I drove a semi up through there once. So now you don't get hung up, and it works. If you have a long trailer for tipping, you have to make sure you get way up front. Because otherwise it will collision with the roof. I know that for a fact. But, you know, that, like I said, that grain elevator was not his mod. It's, you know, it's a base game mod if I remember right. Or, yeah, it's a base game mod. So that's what he used. And when he grabbed that, or when he, if you go to his Sharon Center map, his playthrough there, he did a build video of his farm. And one of the things that he actually showed was building the ramp for that grain elevator. So even that map, or you know, any of the other ones that use that grain elevator, really needs something different done for the that ramp. I think I know what I might do next. Well, not next, but so having my elevator down here, you know, although it works out, let's do that. It works out right here. I liked it when I originally built it, and I had the little bunker silo right there, and then I put one right there. And this spot right here where my planters are was the original spot for his grain silo. And he had, I think it was like this one here, put down. So he had that like parked right there, which requires an auger system. You have to buy the auger for it. Which, wrong button yet again. If we go down, yeah, it's part of the belt system. So he had, you know, one of these augers for it. I forget which one. It might have been this Meridian. And that's fine and dandy where he had it, but to me it was kind of a... For one, I don't like the augers, because I've seen them where you get them lined up and then you back a truck up to it to unload and it moves on you. It'll sit there and constantly move out of position. Then you're having to constantly reposition it. That's why I like the pit styles. But and this one's, you know, super big. And I don't. This is one that is on Louisiana. And I don't like this style because of the drive-thrus. They're kind of a pain in the butt. But I think this location right here, if we get rid of all the buildings and we have it set up to where we have, you know, we can do one gigantic silo system. You know, we can do this one here. That's an open pit that'll do, you know, hold, you know, 5 million liters, which would be pretty cool. You know, have it set up to where you come in and then have where the road is, you build a spot for a way station. Something like that would be cool. You know, I've got this one that's a 4 over there. That's what it is. That's it's a nice little one, but I would almost prefer something bigger. I bought that one because I had the money for it. This one is kind of the same way. You have to drive. It's, you know, look at how you have to come into that. You know, we'll just kind of move over to a spot that we can kind of see. It doesn't really support anything that's long tipper. That one's kind of the same way, it looks like. It's a little better. Oh, there, yeah. I mean, it's not bad. But will we ever have a situation where we need something this big for the farm? I mean, we put this one down, and then we're kind of limited on how to get in and out. We would have to, and we could do it where we have a new approach put in. You know, right there would be good, because that center where I'm over top of the approach right now, that is the exit point, and it's also where you would drive through to get the grain loaded into the trailers. Whereas that point there, where it's over the approach, that's where you go to for unloading your trailer. So we could do something, you know, like this, or since we got the approach already there, I mean, it's not bad, but then the center one doesn't line up. Not to say that we can't move the approaches, but I think, you know, having a dedicated grain silo, something like that, where we can drive in and we have enough space, or where we can drive around the entire facility, or drive through where you would load up your trailers from the silo. Something like that would be nice. This one here, I mean, it's 1 million liters. You know, we got the extensions over here that we could do. So yeah, I think this area over here would be a great little spot for having our grain storage. I think our main farm here, we have it set up for the equipment that we're going to use on the tractors, the planters, the combine headers, and the combines. That area over there, we could have our dedicated silage equipment, since that's only used once a year. And that's kind of where all of our silage stuff is, so we can leave all that stuff over there. We can build a shop. Have one that's a maintenance shop over there, one that's a maintenance shop on our farm. I know some people don't like having every building as a maintenance shop, which I get, don't get me wrong, but if I'm going to have a dedicated location for storing equipment at multiple sites, I don't want to have to drive my forage harvester all the way back to my main farm to fix it, I could buy a mobile repair wagon trailer, but then again, that kind of defeats the purpose. I'm going to have a place to store the equipment anyway, so why not have a dedicated shop in that location? To me, that just makes sense. But, having, 5 buildings on one piece of property and all of them have a maintenance shop location on that's that really doesn't matter to me. I don't mind having multiple buildings with multiple maintenance points. Some people would rather only have one maintenance point on a farm. Yeah, I don't mind how he has this set up either. Yeah, it really does. Growing up on my farm, yeah, we had one. It was a literal barn that we used for storage of our combine, because that was the only building tall enough for the combines to go into. And then we had a Quonset hut like we have on the property. I mean, we call it a Quonset hut, but that's, ours technically wasn't, but it was that similar style. It's the Half Moon Silver building. No, ours had a flat roof on it. Ours wasn't. Yeah, ours was like the green one that we have on here on Waseca, and that's where we did our maintenance. We had all of our tools set up in there. We couldn't drive the combines in there, but we had a concrete pad outside, right outside the doors, that we would pull the combine up to and work on it. The large implements, the 8-row planter wouldn't go in because it was a 3-point or a drawbar hitch in the center of it. So yeah, we would just pull up our vehicles to work on it unless we can drive them in. Like our tractors could go in there, pickups, or grain wagons, things like that. We could drive in there and work on them. Yeah, our maintenance shop was similar to this, but it had a peaked roof and not a flat top. Where that one there, that's what we would call a Quonset hut. We're having multiple, we're gonna have, one, two, technically, we got technically 4 plots of land that we can put farm stuff on. And having this one set up for all the vehicles is absolutely fine, that we're gonna use on a regular basis. That one over there where the cattle are, that's gonna be all of our silage equipment. And having 2 maintenance shops would be absolutely fine in my book. So yeah, now I know know what we have for a plan to do for a technical rebuild of this farm. Or it's not a rebuild, it's just we're redesigning it. And I remember when Trucker Matsy released this map. It was a couple of weeks after release. He did a little snooping, if you want to call it that, where he went to the multiplayer and he started looking for his who was using his map, and if they had a multiplayer stream running at that time, if he was able to access it. And he jumped into a couple and got booted from one of them right off the bat, got booted from another when he started talking to him. And then there was one that he spent 20-30 minutes chatting with the people in there, and they were all giddy that the map maker was in their chat, just having a grand old time with them. And even the people that were doing the multiplayer, they totally revamped his map, got rid of buildings, redesigned them. So yeah, he calls it sacrilege for what I did with the hog confinement buildings where I got my cattle set up at. Because he even came into one of my streams just in the chat, and he's like, "Oh no, you destroyed my farm." Well, I just didn't want to play with pigs at the moment. And I still don't have a map where I really play with pigs. I've got my original Riverbend Springs map that, I've got every single animal out there. I've got multiple barns for every single animal. I've just gone total super ham on that map for doing stuff, and it's, it can be broken at times. But that map is more for me to, just mess around with. And when I can sit there and in 2 months just doing the production work, which in and itself is an absolute handful. So I just started that map again here on Tuesday. I had to go through and find a mod conflict that was causing it to not start. And isn't your Riverbend series the one? Okay, isn't your Riverbend series the one? I don't have a Riverbend series. I've only ever had Palinier, Maypole, and Alma and Waseca, and along with Welker. That one is pretty fresh. But good evening, Liz. Welcome in. No, that Riverbend for me was the very first map I started playing on. buy the game, get 3 maps. I'm like 6 or 7 years into that map, and like I said, in 2 months' time, starting again on Tuesday, getting the game loaded back up again. Yeah, I own everything on Riverbend Springs, but I don't have a series that I stream with it. I literally own every piece of property. I have at one time owned every production on that map, along with dozens of other productions that have dropped down, placed in locations. But in 2 months' time, where I came back on that map and I had $7 million, and now I'm up to 15 million just in 2 months. I have literally, broken the map with money. It just prints money for me, and I only started that map back up so that when the Highland fishing comes out, I want to see if the fish plant on that is actually working. I could have started a brand new playthrough with it, but I don't really want to. So I just wanted to get something going again that I already have that map on a playthrough. So it took me like 2 hours to figure out what mod was broke, causing the game to break on loading. Once I got it figured out, then I was like, okay, everything works on it again. And it was either it was a trailer. Okay, so as I'm going through, it was the letter P. I had a Parker trailer and a Panili trailer, though, and then there was something else that was a building. But the game was breaking on loading the vehicles. So it was one of those two trailers that was causing the issue, and I don't use either one on that map, so it didn't matter. I just disabled them both and called it a day. There's somebody in my ears. Oh God, I got ghosts in my headphones. Hold on, everybody. Let me get to a place that I can actually stop and not on a road. I oh. Hold on. I'm driving currently. Okay. Okay, I got the Discord up and going. Go ahead and say something there, Ghost in the Machine.
Hello? There's voices in my head.
I hear voices in my head. They talk to me. They understand. They talk to me. Okay, if you go to the Discord, the Waseca County mod section.
I have that butcher shop.
Which one are you loading? The long one? Did I put them both in there? Let's find out.
Only one you don't have in there is that Peterbilt 389.
Okay, let me get that one dropped in real quick. Mod storage folder. I thought the 389 was... Okay.
That was one that I already had.
Yeah, I thought that
But
was...
apparently not.
Okay. What save game is this? This one, 11?
There you are. Paste. Replace the files in the destination. Unless if you have a different version than me. That's the only thing I can think of is if you have a higher version than what I have for those.
Okay,
We'll find out here in a
which
second.
one is it telling you? State the entire thing.
Give me a second. I gotta pull FS25 back up.
Because it may be this one here. Okay.
Dude, I almost have my build. My new PC build, I almost have it. I just need the case, the NVMe, and the RAM.
Okay, is this... Yeah, I think it's this one here. J325 Peterbilt 389 edit.
Now it's... Huh? What?
Are you talking to yourself or to me?
So I need the butcher from Dr. XML, which I just downloaded and threw in my mod folder. The one from JD Fan, Butcher Shop. Half-assed modding Peterbilt 389. Half-assed modding RMC, whatever that is. 389 Peterbilt 389 edit.
Okay, so here's the... Here's the 389 edit. And then ham 25.
Is it the top one or the bottom? Oh, it should be this one. Copy. There. Users. User. OneDrive. Documents. My games. FS25. Mods. Paste.
Okay, let's go to half-assed modding's page.
Back here. You really can't pull that up through here when I literally put FS25 Butcher Shop.
How big is that one? Jesus. Oh, it's 174 megabytes. Holy crap.
Things. Download. There we go. Come back up here. Downloads. Copy.
I thought... Oh yeah, it's just like... Because they have a version 2 and I'm running version 1
Ooh.
for that half-ass modding Peterbilt. Well, I'm not running it on Waseca yet, so let me do this. I'm just gonna disable 2 mods.
Don't. That even.
Okay, I'm not doing nothing.
I literally. That's version 1. What version is this up here? Oh, version that is.
And the problem is I can't drop this into the Discord because it's too big.
You can send me the link, or should be able to.
Well, they only have version 2. I'm running version 1, so defeats the purpose of doing that. You know?
What?
Then I would have to download the mod again and all that stuff. Which I could download the mod. I'm not against it.
Dr. XML, can you please tell me what version? Oh my god, I hate when people don't put their versions. Because like even the one for the butcher shop for Dr. XML is now popping up as you don't have to.
Yo.
Hello.
Yo.
Who goes there?
Person.
A person? Who is person?
A person named Void.
Named Void.
Yeah.
Well, welcome in, Void. Well, goodbye, Void.
Oh, I clicked the wrong button. My bad. My bad.
Okay. Quick question for you, Void. Are you of legal adult age?
Oh, no.
Then I'm sorry, buddy. We're gonna have to end the voice chat for you, please.
Oh, okay. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks.
You know what? I think I might just call it a night here then.
Well, I'm sorry, bud.
It's not you. It's like Dr. XML needs to put in if he's updated this right here because it has 48 days ago. He's done a price adjustment. What version is this download for the Dr. XML one on now?
Okay, so which mod is it? What is it? Let me
The butcher shop.
Okay, well, there's 2 different butcher shops.
The one for Dr. XML.
Okay, let me go in there and take a look here.
Because you were running version 1.0.0.0. So my question is...
Oh, okay, so it is the Larson. That is the one I'm running. That's the one I have built on the map.
Yeah, the Larson oil livestock, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the problem is did Dr. XML put an update on his itch.io page for that mod, and now I've just updated it when I should have never updated it.
Well, I can update it on my side too. I can do that real quick.
And then this one Peterbilt 389, I guess I didn't.
And I can take both of those off. That way we don't have to worry about them.
No, it's just
But the problem is that I'm going to have to update it for, well, I mean, the only other multiplayer we do is on Welker.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying is for the one 389 edit, they have the J325 Peterbilt 389 edit .zip and then the Manic 53. So it's not telling me which one I'm gonna be needing in my folder. So I'm just downloading the second one for that one and seeing if it's gonna work. It could be that it's not taking it in my system for some reason, which is going to be really pissy. Oh, actually, no, I didn't want that. You want to do me a favor? I got rid of all of my bots in my Discord. No, we're... Can you stop bringing me to the bottom? Because I want to be at the top. There we go. Delete that because I don't need... Out.
I sent you a message in Discord, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that. Are you out of your game already?
No, I'm still in it.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, so the 389 edit is gone. I have that one in now. So, image.io.
Well, I had an interesting issue with the Follow Me mod. It was telling me I needed to zip the mod. And it's like, it is zipped. I've never messed with it. It's on from the mod hub. So I think I actually need to go in and delete it from there and then re-download it.
You are running version 1.0.3 for that one. So let's go ahead and get that one done. Now, you want to try redo? We're probably gonna have to try redoing the Dr. XML Butcher Shop, and that just leaves me trying to get the JD Fan one. It just pisses me off with me. Because the half-ass modding Peterbilt 389, he has all the different versions in there for you to download, which is absolutely wonderful and nice.
Oh, he does?
So I give him props. Yeah, because he has the 389 V1, 389 V1.0.1. Then he has the one that you have, which is the 1.03. Then he has version 2. Then he has version 2.0.0.1. But
oh, okay. There you go. All right. Oh, well, that's cool.
what?
That he did that.
Right. And that's why, like, to me, oh, I can't do it that way. Huh?
And that was the ham version. Did I get you the J325?
What do you mean?
Did you say you had that one?
Oh, wait, that's because I didn't. But, nah, no, I just need the whatchamacallit. Oh, it's because you're still taking a while to download that one. Okay, so how many times? Oh, you talking about the?
Yeah, the 389 edit.
No, I already got that one.
Okay. Because I can
I
go
just-
in
I
and
did-
update the butcher shop. That's fine.
Well, the question is was there an update or is there just something wrong with? I don't know. That's the problem.
Well, that one I like. God, when did I download that one? It was 48 days ago for that. I don't.
And I still need the other butcher shop, which
And I can get rid of that one because I'm not using that one on this map. So.
well, I would still like to find his page if he's doing mods. Like,
Well, they're
Did
both
you
on
get that?
itch. It just takes a while to search for it. Because like I said, I thought I put them both in the Discord.
well, you put so here.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
'cause
yeah,
you
yeah.
have-
Go to that video, and then you'll click the description of the video, and he's got the link to his to where you can download it for that butcher shop.
Yeah, when I click that, it comes up with data. Like I have three things that I can't.
Well, here, let me do this here. Hold on.
How do I?
Copy link address. Let's do this. Click
you
on.
Oh, hold on.
There, click on that link, and that'll take
No,
you to his Google Drive, where that mod is. Then you can download the Butcher Shop mod from him.
I think I might have just figured it out.
Yeah, if you need me to remove a mod out of this list, I can definitely do that. Don't worry about that. I'll stop the stream and disable it real quick. I thought I had more corn than that in this silo.
Actually, you know what? I just I give up.
Well, sorry about that, bud.
It is what it is. We can get it figured out later with you not streaming.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Yep, you too, Grizz. We'll see you.
Later.
Bye. All right, well, that's the last bit of soybeans. And I should have the production still running. For the soybeans, we got 191,000 liters. We're getting some diesel out of that. And we got some ethanol from doing some corn. Now, probably, if I have canola over there, I'll bring that over as well. Because that one is... sorghum, okay. And then there's the corn. So I'll bring over the corn. We're getting a whole bunch of soybean meal out of that, which is good. Okay, what else do we got in here? We got some canola. We got 9,000 liters of canola. Yeah, I kind of overextended what I had in here for grains. Oops. I was trying not to do that. I was trying to keep it separated to where I had 4 silos and 4 different grain types. But I had 5. I don't know about anybody else, but this country music's starting to put me to sleep. We gotta change this up. Yeah, I think that one will work. California roll. Not only is it good for sushi, but it's good for driving too. No cop, no stop. That's right. Yep, the issue that Grizz had is one of the reasons why I don't like third-party mods. And I haven't updated any of them at all. So the links that I posted in the Discord about, you know, which mod to use for the game, if the author updates them, then that's an issue, you know. And if there's no additional link to go back to a version that I'm currently using, then that's a problem, and that's why I don't like third party. I mean, they're great, but you also have to run into, you know, make sure you do virus scans, malware scans, things like that to make sure that the mod is actually clean. And then even then, the mod itself can break the game because there's so many issues wrong with it. The issue I had, you know, tonight with the and I was on the game this morning, didn't notice an issue at all. Download the game tonight, or, you know, start the game up tonight, and the Follow Me mod is saying that it needed to be zipped. And I'm just like, I didn't touch that mod. So I ended up having to start the game without it, which is no big deal. There's nothing going on that I need the Follow Me mod tonight. But I'm going to have to go in and delete the mod from the folder, and then go and re-download it from Giants and hope it works. And this is now the second time that I've had issues with that mod that I can remember. So, I mean, there's issues all around for mods working, not working, causing conflicts, you know, whatever, so. Jackknife. Supposed to be turning left, not... I thought I was going slow enough for that corner. Apparently not. Well, I guess I'm right here. I'll, you know, check out this approach. Okay, that one works as intended. And just out of giggles, we'll take this. Okay, that one works. Yeah, the mod that I found that I had issues on my Riverbend map, causing the game to not load, was not there. It was the flatbed trailer, and I don't even have that mod added in on this group. But it was the Pavili trailer. And the Parker Gravity Wagon. Those were the two vehicle mods that I believe were causing the issues, because the other 4 items in that row, one was a building, and the other 3 I didn't have activated. And if I would play around more, I bet you now that I got the game going, I can put those 2 mods back in and everything will be fine. But the game would literally get stuck at 89% and then wouldn't progress any further past that. And I'm going to grab the canola that I have over here, take that over. That'll be our last trip to the ethanol plant. Because I'm not doing anything with that canola, so there's no reason for me to have that. That was the excess from a contract I did on year 1 or 2 or 3. And I don't have any sorghum at all, so that one serves no purpose. But like I said, I don't have anything else other than oats and wheat. And I can't, nope, I don't own the grain mill. That is something that I could buy on the map. And I don't exactly want to do that right now. I'm trying to kind of minimize the amount of productions I have currently, so. Not against productions, just don't want them inundating this map. That's a passing lane, right? I had half of my tires still on the road. Do 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 do. Okay, let's go into our production here. Okay, the canola, we can go ahead and activate that one. And then the corn, we can go ahead and activate that one. And then let's go over here. Okay, I did not put that back down. Let's grab this controller. There we go. Okay. So it's a sell point that I need, and it's based off of the ethanol, which is going to be this one right here. I think we'll put it over here by the and if I need to move it, it's only $1,000. That way we have a place to sell our ethanol and our diesel. Skirt. This semi is so touchy on these gravel roads. I was just making sure there wasn't any other additional lights turned on. Okay, so we got that tractor set up there. So as you can see, we got this thing loaded up and it went through all 140,000 liters of material. Just overnight. How much is in this one? 161,000. Yeah, this thing is super fast, but the problem is it takes forever for it to unload. Okay. Because it won't distribute. If I had a spot that comes out to here, you know, quadruple the output location, that would be nice. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of lumber. We'll get these wood pieces out of here while we're up here. Yeah, and we'll just make sure there's no other wedges up here. Yeah, there's a few more. Okay, I think we're cleared out of all the wedges. This would be a good hill to go sledding down. Now we just need a sledding mod. Yeah, material missing. It went through all that little blank wood really quick. All right. I don't think there's anything else over here. Nope. I mean, I could go through and sell all the wood. But I was kind of waiting to get to... Come on, mouse. I was kind of waiting to get to June. You know what? The heck with it. Where do we need to go with the long planks? Looks like the Cooper. It is. Tag the place. Planks is going to be carpentry. And the wood beams is going to be farmer's market. Okay, well, we'll just take these guys over first. I hope I can get up there. Chugga, 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 chugga. Definitely don't need help with the snow on that map. Yeah. That's kind of why I prepped the one tractor right off the bat for having my snow equipment on it. Oh, bummer. Excuse me, folks. I'm kind of blocking traffic here. $88,000. $98,000 in long planks alone. Come on, let's get some speed here, truck. Okay, so we're going to set this up to where... Okay, these are the wood beams, okay. To where we're only going to load up the wood beams. Okay, it is empty of wood beams. All right, cool. Oh, I wanted to take this one to the farmer's market. Okay. Which is behind us. $40, $80, $120, $369, $121,000. Yeah, we got enough money to buy a new cattle barn. Okay, so now we'll come over here and we'll do the planks. We'll change the output to storing. And then we need to, there we go. Okay, how many more planks? We got 29 left in there. It looks like we can take 12 more. All right. And this is going to be a nice, slow, leisurely drive. I love it when super strength doesn't work properly. Where do the planks go? I think they go to the oh, we can. Oh, carpenter. Okay. And we're going to do something here. Was that cheating or was that a tactical assist? And that was $136,000. Thanks a lot, Amazon. Yeah, we only got 11 more in here. And then we'll start loading the long planks again. And we'll get those ones back there as well. So I think 3 more. 5 more. There we go. And that's it for that. So now we can go to and we'll set the planks to distributing. Long planks. We'll change the output mode. See if I can do this. Nope, not fast enough. And we only got 14 left. Alright, 4 left, and we'll be able to get everything else in one more fill swoop. Maybe. Okay. And then we will go ahead and change that one to distributing. And we'll change that one. Okay, so there's no more of them. Yep, we just needed to reorganize. Okay. I thought there was supposed to be a strap there. Let's take that one off and that one off. There we go. So the planks go to carpenter, long planks go to the cooper. Oops. Okay, what ones went where? Okay, 1236 carpenter. So we got the planks. Okay. And then 1976 to the Cooper. Oh yeah, I think we'll get another 60,000 easy so that we can buy two cattle barns. Considering we have, 19, 20 of them wood beams. And maybe not. It's hard to say. Let me try something here. Let's go with this. Nope, it's not working out. I was hoping I'd be fast enough on the draw to get multiple wood beams. Okay, I'm going to start a timer here. I want to see exactly how much time it takes. Do a stopwatch. So that was 14, almost 15 seconds for that very last one. It just shows that this one needs to be updated so that they spawn out faster. So we got 2 more in there. 1 more. Okay. So we're going to do insert, and we're going to change that to a layer method. There. That'll make everything a lot easier for loading or driving. That way not all the weight's on the truck. And it's not super high either. Okay, and the wood beams will go to, if I remember right, we're going to take them to the farmer's market. Yep. And then we're going to grab our pallet of silage additive on our way back home. And we just as well stop at the dairy up here, and we'll grab all of that product and get it sold. Okay, it is empty. Okay, and we got butter. Where does the butter go? Butter, butter. Who's got the butter? Okay, we can sell it at the bakery. And we don't own the bakery yet, so that's fine. Alright, so we got all of our products sold or distributed to the places they need to go. Darn it, I was hoping to do a Doc Johnson drifting episode. Or the Hudson Hornet, there we go. All right. And let's go ahead and take the flight mode off. Okay, we got the cowshed 3x3. I was gonna say, what do you mean not enough money? I have 419,000. I think I'll redesign this approach a little bit. Or take it out and put dual approaches in. Okay, so we got 19,000 left over. Yeah, it is a big truck to drift. And as you can see, it didn't drift very well. That's what happens when I have a right lead foot syndrome. Oh, having that approach right there makes that so nice. Look at the snow on the roof, and we haven't got any snow accumulation yet. Okay, I think that's enough. I swear we didn't sell that much TMR. Oops. And I swear I'm on hard mode as well. We'll come in right here. Now that I actually figured out where the straw goes on these barns. And I forget how much straw they take. Oh, it's like 100,000 liters. That's right. I'm only going to put 4 bales in at the moment. All right, round 2 for straw. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and load up with. Okay, I think this one has a facility for working on your stuff. Let's take a quick look in the mod hub here. Garage with solar panels. Okay, this one does not do maintenance. Okay. I don't see any sort of working. It's silos. Yeah, this one. Because this one's just cold storage. I mean, I wouldn't mind this one, but it's too big for over here. So I'm going to have to see if I can find a different mod. Yeah, this one's just way too big. I mean, even for over here... Yeah, these ones are way too big. I need to find something a little smaller. And that one wouldn't be bad right there. The maintenance, yeah. I need to get some different mods on here for maintenance. Okay. XViz, welcome in. Glad to have you here tonight. Okay, one of the things we're going to do, and this is going to trigger somebody. Hope Matsy isn't watching. Okay, we effectively got rid of the field that's over here. So first question there for you, XViz, is are you PC or console? And to be honest, I'm going to be exiting the game here relatively soon, so I'm just doing some stuff, in the winter time. And I'm getting ready to add additional barns. Okay, we'll be able to get between there. Hopefully it's close enough to the manure pit. Let's kind of flatten this out over here. Yep. That's exactly why I got rid of the field. What do you mean land isn't owned by me? I own all of this. Oh, it's probably too close to the road, that's why. It is crossplay, but if you are running a console, I have mods on here that are not console friendly. Okay, let's see if I can get this to drop in. Okay, I'll be able to get in there. Okay. Okay, this, I think we're just running the old gravel, or small gravel. Yeah. No. There we go. Nope, that's absolutely fine there. Why do people pay attention to the road so much? It's not going to mess up anything. Aesthetics. That's why I pay attention to where I'm putting stuff. So I'll put that one right there. Okay, I hope this building's close enough to use that manure heap. Hope the same way between those two. So then gotta come over here. Get one more. And I think we'll put it down here. First, I want to do this. I like having this little hill in between. Gives it a little bit of contour change. Okay, now we'll see if I can get that extension in there. Okay, that's fine. Okay. And as long as I can get a tractor to drive through there, I should be good. Okay, there we go. I think that'll work. Okay. I got plenty of space there for my tractor to come in to unload that. Plenty of space there as well. And like I said, I hope these two will share that one. And I hope the same over here. If not, I'll flip the manure heap over here and do the same on that side. Okay. These are cattle barns. I'm working on a feedlot of extremely large size. I just wanted to make sure that wasn't a trail that I left from something. Okay. Okay, I don't mind that strip there. That's absolutely fine. Okay, and if I come over here... Oh yeah, I know there's no animals in the husbandry. I don't care about that. I wanted to see... Okay, so... I think they are sharing. But we'll find out. And... I am going to change that to gravel small. That one right there. All right, that'll work for me. I like that. All right, so yeah, plenty of space for a tractor to come through with a trailer. Plenty of space as well. I just hope they share. If not, like I said, I'll put another manure heap down here, and then I can, do a zigzag drive-through. Come in right here and then make a little bit of a jog over. And I'll do the same on this one. These two are opposite of each other, which is fine. I did want the path that I could drive through as needed. I can come around on this side. Hit my animal sell points. Yeah. I think that'll work out pretty good. Now I just need to get them all loaded up with animals, which will be over the next 4 to 6 months. Like I said, these two I just put, these two I just put down, and we have 40 animals in each one. So I want to keep it to where I only have 160 in a pen at any given time. That way, when the first batch of 40 give birth, I can transfer the babies over to their own separate barn, and we'll stagger out their growth rate that way. Technically, it's not how it would be done in real life. They would all give birth in the March time frame, but for us, it doesn't really matter. So we'll do what we can. And then I just have to label 1 or 2 of them as young barns. So yeah, I think that'll work out pretty good. Yeah, we do have a dairy point on each one of them, but I only plan on having one that's a dedicated dairy. And, that's this one right here. It's almost full. We have 17,000 liters of milk that we need to get rid of. But yeah, I think this will work out fine. We're raring to go for the start of January, I think. We'll be back on this map on Sunday morning. And I don't think I'm going to be doing anything in the time between now and Sunday. I'm going to just pick up right where I left off. We'll continue to work on the barns. Like I said, we'll buy some animals for these. We got the initial 80 down there. In January, we'll fill up the next, 40 in each. February, we'll do the same. March, we'll do the same. Then we'll come up to the next 2 barns and start that process all over again. So this is just getting prepared for what we need to do for how I want to play the cattle. Where I'm coming up here every month and I'm moving cattle around and taking them over to our butcher shop that we have in the distance. Yeah, it's sitting dormant right now, but soon enough we'll actually start getting the animals brought over. I still need to put one more mod on here. I think it's on here. Let's find out. Let's go to a barn that has animals on it. So if I come over here, hit M. Yep, I can move my animals. I can move them to that barn there that's next door to us. If I go into our settings, move husbandry animals, I can only move a distance of 984 feet, but I can change that to however far I want. And, you know, we can set the money for the transport fee. Let's put it at $5 per animal. Nah. Technically, we're using our own trailer. We're just saving time. But yeah, we'll go ahead and exit out of that. So now if I go over here, I'm surprised it's not finding the other ones. Oh, there they are. So yeah, I can select that way which way I want to go. And these are all the animals I got in here, and I can go through and move to husbandry. And since we got some 0-month-olds, we can move those over, but we'll do that at a later date. I'm still learning this mod, so like I said, I need to label these that what year they are. So like this one here, we're gonna definitely label like the newborns. We'll put all the newborns in the newborn barn. And then eventually we'll own this field right here and continue on the path and have you know, different, more of the same, where, you know, like I said, I want to get to the point where every month I'm coming over to move animals around, and it'll take, you know, just a couple of minutes to do that as I'm feeding the animals. So yeah, I think we're going to be doing good. And the land over here, you know, is fairly, let's get the right direction, really flat. So there shouldn't be any elevation change, but we got an approach right there that will just grab our feed truck and move over, you know, feed the animals as we go along. Yeah. And we'll be able to have a lot going on, and maybe this is all that we do, because we have to find out how much that butcher shop actually holds for animal capacity. So hopefully every month we're moving animals around and getting animals in the butcher shop, and yeah, we should be good to go. I just want to thank everybody for coming in today. XViz, Patrick Mills, thank you all. Those that have not chatted, I appreciate every single one of you for coming in. And if you have not, please hit that like button. We'd like to continue to grow the channel, and that will definitely help us. If you like what you have seen tonight, please subscribe. And until tomorrow night, we'll catch you later. Bye, everybody.